Another week down, another Inferno dungeon complete. It was just 7 days ago I gave you a true free-to-play team for Inferno Nana. And another week has gone by, 7 days, and yes, I've beaten another Inferno dungeon free-to-play friendly auto team. Inferno Aurora. Truly free-to-play. Ling, Red Kazami, Sybil, Valerian, and Viper. No Lily, no double SSR damage dealers. A team that anyone can build and use. There's no excuse. There's different team comps you can do as well. It's all about the mechanics of the fight. However, there's one major thing that makes this so optimal for Aurora. The free SSR that everybody gets in the game, Ling. Max her first skill. To apply Whale Prayer to all of your team and have a higher 75% chance, plus it being 2 turns. You have no idea how much of a game changer this is. If you think Kloss was your game changer, well, think again. First skill Ling is another game changer. And my run isn't 100%, just so you know, to be honest. It's about 75%. But once I max this third skill, it's definitely 100% because of the reduced skill cooldown. To make your team comp that may be different from mine, key things to know about this. Every time a unit is defeated, she gets an enrage. So that's why I brought Valerian, to protect that death just in case. These are my thought processes, I'm going through them with you. Lingering Grudge. This is her AoE attack that at 15 stacks of anger, she uses this and then resets the stacks. This is probably the hardest part. You may be able to survive for a certain amount of time, but if it gets any longer than like 5 minutes, you're probably dead. So you gotta have a good damage dealer. Or you use a lot of multi-hit heroes, so that when he takes a turn, he does not convert those accumulated anger stacks into his anger. This is why I built Sybil. She has a 4-hit attack, a 3-hit attack, and a 2-hit attack. Also, Aurora does more damage to you if you have debuffs, so you need cleanses or immunity. Think about that when you're making your team comp. He also gets immunity and also Curse Shield that he applies on your team. Your damage dealers will hit like a wet noodle if you have Curse Shield on you. To remove this, you have to heal your teammates to get it off of you. So here's my thought process. I needed a healer, we get a free SSR, and that is Ling. You build her fast, and ultimately you're gonna want to have this first skilled maxed. Every time you heal, you have a chance to purify 1 debuff, and if you don't have debuffs, then you get a chance to get Whale Prayer. She has 2 AoE heals, which means more dispels for your team and more chances for Whale Prayer. She also extends debuffs. There's another hero that does the same thing and is a very good team up, and that is Kachi the Guard. However, as you see, I don't use Kachi. You can though, in place of Kazami or Valerian, but you might not be at that point. Because for me personally, in order for me to put in Kachi the Guard, I need Ling's 3rd skill maxed, so that her AoE heal is a 4-turn cooldown. But Kazami is also really good here to decrease all the cooldowns on your whole team. She needs to be last in your rotation to reduce those cooldowns, and she gives the team 3-turn speed buff. She also is a backup dispeller for the boss. And again, Sybil, you know I've built her, mainly for Nana, but I built her also for Aurora. She's on Revelation with a high attack build for that Revelation cap. 4-hit defense down, 3-hit second skill, 2-hit basic attack. Once I max skill Ling's 3rd skill, I'm going to put in another R unit to speed this dungeon up, and that is Fire Kachi. Next, Valerian. Not as important as Ling's 1st skill, but her 3rd skill should be maxed. This just helps you out initially. Plus this skill is awesome in a lot of other PvE and PvP content. I have her as slow as possible. I have her on Gigabyte, which is not optimal, but I just wanted that 3-piece time weave, and it's the only shell I had. And lastly, it's Viper for the AoE slow, the AoE attack down, and the strip on Aurora to remove that immunity. because when Sybil lands that defense down on Revelation, it's huge damage, plus her second skill literally hits for like 50k. Alright, so here's the typical run with this team. Viper strips the first immunity, attack down, speed down. Speed down on the ads is very important too. Viper's just the MVP here, along with Ling and her first skill with the Whale Prayer. Sybil with the defense down, Revelation proc, and it's 3 turns. Her third skill is a 3-turn cooldown, same with Revelation, so big damage. But it's literally just a rinse and repeat the whole time. As long as Valerian has Hazy Dream up, then I don't have any issues. But the biggest thing here is to do the multi-hits, which I think is bugged half the time, just so you know. There's certain times when it doesn't go down and it doesn't make sense to me. But Kazami, Red Kazami, so good with the cooldown reduction, plus I have her on Time Weave. So she'll use her skill, reduce everyone's cooldown, and she'll reduce her own cooldown with Time Weave, so that third skill will come back up quicker. If I can get a good shell for Ling, put her on Time Weave too, with speed and cure, that's my main goal. So last week was Inferno Nico, this week Inferno Aurora. You've already seen my Inferno Doki team. My next goal right now is to build a complete fire team for one terrormaton Inferno, and also for Sharon. That is something I'm gonna have to work on. Good thing it's a week reset so I can get some materials from the shop, events, etc. But look at Ling, all the werewolf prayers on my team, all the buffs. Once there's like 4 or 5 or 6 whale prayers and like you take a turn, you literally get healed up to full. It's crazy. That's why Kachi the guard is also so good with Ling, because he extends buffs, she's extending buffs, they all extending buffs with the whale prayer, defense buff, make this run safer. But Ling, maxing her first skill, such a game changer, just like Klaus. Like you literally feel it inside. You feel the difference of your survivability with that first skill maxed. So all I'm doing right now is literally farming shell dungeons to hopefully get some better shells, get some shell economy so I can increase some passives. I have a list of things that I feel like XD could probably improve in the game. I know you've seen probably 100 other creators probably do the same thing. Let me know if you want to see that from me too. More from the free-to-play aspect, but also with a business mentality, because that's what I do, business. I look at both sides of the spectrum. I can understand, but things do need to change. Even though I love this game, they don't promote me. I'm not sponsored, so I can just say whatever I want, and it's gonna be the honest truth. But it doesn't mean that the game sucks, because every game has issues, but they can get fixed. I'll go over the stats real quick when this run's done. I just want to show the whole thing. Aurora at that last 1% health. Who's going to get the last hit? Is it Viper? No. Is it going to be Valerian? Is she too slow? No. Is it Red Kazami? Is it the Viper counter? No. It's Ling with the nope. Valerian with the nope. So literally 15 seconds off. It's Red Kazami. GG. So again, real quick, Viper stats here. Here's the modules: Swift Rush, Onslaught, Effect Accuracy, Effect Res, yay, and Effect Accuracy. It's weird, but it works. I just wanted stats. I don't care too much, like Onslaught, whatever. All Viper skills are max. I think they're all important to me. He's on Artisan. Here's Sybil's stats, more of an attack-based set because she's on Revelation. You want as much attack as possible on Revelation, right? I do want some crit damage here, attack bonus, crit rate, and also attack bonus. Obviously, our unit max skilled, and the shell is Revelation. You've seen it. Your free SSR hero, Ling. Here's her stats. Like I said, first skill being maxed is just so important, game changing. I'm actually working on her third skill because we want to use her in other content, and I want to make this Aurora team 100% auto, not like 75. She's on Supernova Shell. I probably will end up changing this at some point, but the heal over time is pretty huge. Next, Valerian, nothing special here, okay? It's just third skill maxed. I have the modules of like just some Time Weave and Wellspring. HP percent bonus. I want all HP percent bonus here. However, I just can't do that with me having Time Weave. So a little defense does not hurt Valerian at all. And this is a HP flat. Gross, however, there's some HP bonus here, and I have a 9 set of Wellspring that gives me 25% HP more. Only 3rd skill maxed, and the shell is Gigabyte. Again, not optimal. I don't want her taking turns. I want her to be as slow as possible. And what I would prefer her to be on is Ember. But I have not gotten the perfect Amber shell for her yet. This is technically a pretty good shell though. Here's Red Kazami's stats, literally just right below my last other unit, excluding Valerian because she definitely needs to be slow. But this is so she can reduce all the skill cooldowns of all the team members that have already used it. Time Weave, Swift Rush, defense flat, yay. Defense bonus, which is good for defense flat, right? And a defense bonus. What I'll eventually do is replace one of these with effect accuracy so that she can be that backup buff stripper more frequently. Only the 3rd skill is maxed and the shell is Halloween. Halloween plus Time Weave, really good. That's it for today's video. Today I'm just farming Shadow Flame Hoyan for shell economy, plus I'm trying to get this Amber thing that I want. But again, this is not what I want for Valerian, but again, a decent shell here. If you ended up liking this video, make sure to hit that sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell ding ding thing so you know when I post a video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.